My friends, I still can't believe what's happening. It's hard for us to understand everything that's happening. It's us, the Argentinians, the Mexicans, the Europeans. Everyone is impressed with Felipe Luis's Flamengo. What are we seeing happen before our eyes? What's happening right before our eyes? We will be world champions, God willing, I hope so. But what has already been done is already historic. Flamengo could have 8 official titles in the same year. That's what Diario Ole published, that what's happening is crazy. Diario Ole is scared, the Argentinians are scared. Flamengo winning another title, which is the World Cup. And if we don't count the Taça Guanabara as an official title, it would be 7. But then there's another issue. Flamengo is currently the champion of everything because the Copa do Brasil ends later. So Flamengo is the champion of the Copa do Brasil, the Brasileirão, and the Libertadores. Supercopa. Carioca is the champion of the Challenger Cup, the America's Derby, and could become world champion. Never in a season has a club had 7 titles. Some have had 6, and Flamengo has already matched Bayern and Barcelona, but never has a club had 7, and Flamengo could reach that 7th. We won't count the Copa do Brasil since it's from last year, but Flamengo currently holds all these titles. That's unbelievable. And another important thing is that no Brazilian club has ever had a 6th for the crown. Flamengo has already achieved the 6th for the Carioca crown. Brazilian Championship, Libertadores, Supercopa, all of that this year. And the 2 International Federación Internacional de Football Association titles, the Challenger Cup and the Derby of the Americas, are International Federación Internacional de Football Association titles. Flamengo has a 6th for the crown, whether you like it or not, whether you're a Flamengo fan or not, whether you think it doesn't count. It counts. It has a Federación Internacional de Football Association medal, a Federación Internacional de Football Association trophy. It's an international title. It counts more than those old cowboys and many other competitions that a lot of people consider to count, and it counts a lot. Flamengo gets a 6th for the crown, which could be an arrow for the crown. Against Paris Saint-Germain, Flamengo comes to this final against Paris Saint-Germain with 49 victories, the same 49 victories that Jorge Jesus achieved at Flamengo. Flamengo with Felipe Luis comes with 49 victories in the season, which is the same number of victories as Paris Saint-Germain with Luis Enrique. In other words, there are many situations that make us dream and believe. I want to invite you who are just arriving here now to look for Arrudo's Caravan to secure your spot at the final of the Intercontinental Club World Cup. There's still time. If you have extra cash, find it, because this company is serious. They will take you to the World Cup final and you'll be able to cheer for Mengão at the second World Championship, hopefully soon. And look right now for Arrudo's Caravan in the description and pinned comment. I also want to remind you that you can lose weight. I lost 74 kilos. You can lose 74 kilos or even more too. I'm looking to lose more and then gain muscle mass afterwards. I did my treatment at Mais Cabelo, where there's great follow-up and no hair loss. You can get treated at the nearest Mais Cabelo, as they're found all over Brazil. Just point the QR code here, you'll get your discount, and you can lose weight in a healthy way with Mais Cabelo. I won it too. We've both already won. Look, everything is happening today. There's even a game. There's the Copa do Brasil. And you can take this opportunity to register. Remember, the link is always in the bio, in the Insta highlights, in the stories too. We're always bringing you tips. And man, I prepared an interesting tip here. Look, there's a round today. There's the Brazil Cup, right? And we always prepare the tips. Check this out. Fluminense or draw, because Fluminense lost the first game. They'll have to make up for it. Fluminense or draw. Over 1.5 goals and over 9.5 corners in the match. Is that allowed for the total in the game? 2.63, okay? So that's our tip, reminding you to play responsibly. It's for people over 18 years old. It's just for fun, not an investment. Those are Paparazzo Rubro-Negro's tips. I've won, you've won. Also, remember that it's 100% regulated by SUSEP, and you can secure your points in the Million Peaks Benefits Club. With the points, you can exchange them for products and experiences. And man, it's really worth it. Like, there are concerts, there's everything you can imagine. And besides that, you get lucky numbers. You can scratch and win up to 100,000 Ries in instant prizes. On the 31st, there's the New Year's Eve prize. Man, 1 million rays will go to 3 people, 3 prizes of 1 million rays each. That's a lot. Also, on the 2nd, at the start of the year, if you participated, you'll be involved. Not just those 3, but also another one for 2 million. So it's really worth it. Get your Million Picks Benefits Club membership now from Million Picks. Yes, the QR code is on the screen. Just scan it to get yours. Let's go. I have some situations here to bring to you. Yeah, I want everything. There are scenarios where I have situations here to I have some you guys, I have some for it's an ESPN post that went viral. Okay, look at this. A situation that went viral, right? No one dies owing us. Look, then the new campaign came back. No one dies owing us. Okay, the No One Dies Owing Us campaign is back. They're talking about the ESPN article here. Flamengo idol Zico was robbed in Paris and suffered a loss of 3 million according to the newspaper. People then used this to claim no one dies owing us anything. The campaign that worked once and has started again now, right? Everyone wants the French from Paris Saint-Germain to pay for what happened to Zico. Paris Saint-Germain posted about the Club World Cup final between Paris and Flamengo on their official profile. And we found an old post here, very interesting. Look at that, it's King Flamengo. We're serious. We'll still see Paris Saint-Germain sending a message to Flamengo at the time, right? The official Paris Saint-Germain account sent a message saying they'd meet one day. After a decade, it happened. And the meeting, right? It's going to happen at the Club World Cup, in the final of the Club World Cup. And do you know who it is? He also commented on his social media, declaring support for Flamengo. Alejandro Dominguez, right? President of South American Football Confederation. Is that it? Congratulations, Flamengo, for the victory in the Fédération Internationale de Football Association Challenger Cup and for qualifying for the grand finale of the Fédération Internationale de Football Association Intercontinental Cup. We keep believing always, and we're going to bring the World Cup trophy to South America. President of South American Football Confederation, saying that he's rooting for Flamengo in the World Cup and showing that he's optimistic about Flamengo bringing this important trophy to its fans, to the red and black nation, right? So Alejandro Dominguez is obviously declaring his support for Flamengo as well. We have some information to share with you now regarding Paris Saint-Germain, but I just wanted to show you, man, this fantastic image here of Flamengo players are leaving the field. Carrascal and Varela. Let's see. Varela speaking. One is still missing, right? Here is Flamengo. Dito.
One more. The main crowd is missing.
One more. The important crowd is missing. The important crowd is missing. And man, this image here is also fantastic. I'm going to lower the volume here, but look at this image, man. Look at this fantastic image, my friend. What a fantastic image. Fédération Internationale de Football Association published. Look at this, man. Look at this cross from Arrascaeta for Leo Pereira's goal. It's a spectacle, man. Look at this. Flamengo with the aerial ball, and Palmeiras fans are complaining a lot about Flamengo with the aerial ball. They say Flamengo only relies on aerial play. Good thing they have it. Thanks to Rodrigo Caio, those guys are so bothered by Flamengo that I'm really impressed. Look, so here we have Paris Saint-Germain probably going all out. Most likely, Paris Saint-Germain will go all out against Flamengo in the final. They'll probably bring their best lineup. The trend is confirmed after the French club rested 5 important players in the 3-2 win over Metz in the French Championship. It's a strategy they've used repeatedly throughout the season, always before major matches. Look at this with decisive Champions League matches. Among the players rested in this last game were Nuno Mendes as well as Barcola and Doué, all starting on the bench. These players are expected to return to the starting lineup against Flamengo, supporting the idea they're at full strength. That's from the team, coached by Luis Henrique. Paris Saint-Germain should take the field with Safonov, right? Warren, Zabarni, William Pacho, Lucas Beraldo, right? The defender is João Neves Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz is Kvaratskhelia, right? Quentin is with Jantu and Bradley Barcola, okay? So these guys have some really complicated names, but it's a team, right? No, they don't have any superstars, right? But it was Luis Henrique who built a really strong team, right? He built a strong team. A great Paris Saint-Germain, which is coming in without Hakimi, without Marquinhos. Yeah, there are some players who probably won't have time to recover, okay? Yeah. So we have Luis Enrique also talking about Flamengo, talking about this matchup. Unfortunately, look at Luis Enrique expressing regret about facing Flamengo. Unfortunately, we're going to face one of the best teams in this competition in the Club World Cup that he followed. They have a very strong team. We saw their qualities last summer during the Club World Cup. It will be a very balanced game with many difficulties because they have quality players, both technically and physically, as well as experience. It will be a very tough opponent. So Luis Enrique is giving a lot of credit to Flamengo. And we have to believe, stay optimistic, because this team is very hungry for titles. Let's now follow the mixed zone with our reporter Gabriel Orfan and with Jessica Mendes, also bringing us what happened in the mixed zone after the game. Flamengo 2, Pyramids of Egypt 0. Flamengo, champion of the Challenger Cup, securing a spot in the Club World Cup final. We're living an unbelievable dream. Unbelievable.
Morono, it's all good. You're always used to playing in finals. But just joking here. Isn't your arm hurting from lifting so many trophies?
No, it keeps going like this. I work out there and let's go. Winning the cup, winning a title is really good, really important. I'm very happy for this moment here at Flamengo and for winning another title.
Thank you very much to the coach of Paris Saint-Germain. Today he rested almost all the players facing the last place team in the French Championship. In the middle of the week, he gave an interview, even to the TNT staff, and said he preferred not to face Flamengo, that he wanted to face Pyramids.
Do you think all these statements, everything that's happening on their side, is adding more spice to this final?
For Wednesday, look, he knows that Flamengo is a very strong team, right? Few players are thinking about this final. People always say that Europeans don't care about the Club World Cup final, right? They do care, and they're definitely going to come with full strength to beat Flamengo. So, man, it's about knowing how to handle the game, this big final that's so important for us. And play the way we've been playing all year without changing anything. And just play.
Bruno, for a guy as competitive as you, but who has also accomplished pretty much everything in your career,
what can you dream of now?
dreaming about this title, dreaming about another Club World Cup with Flamengo, dreaming about a World Cup, playing a World Cup with the national team, for example. What can a guy like you, so driven and with so many achievements, dream of?
Look, my daily dream is to play in a Club World Cup final once again, right? I'm very happy, and with Flamengo, it's still very important to me, and I hope I can help my team in some way. Everyone is focused on this game, right? It will be a great game, and I think playing for the national team is everyone's dream, right? I'm no different. I've already been called up twice, and I dream again of playing in a World Cup. But I'm very happy and focused on doing what I have to do here at Flamengo and helping Flamengo.
Bruno, you all more and more.
It's difficult, right? Facing a very well-organized defense where you guys would need to be creative and bold. And I think set pieces were a good way, right, to break through that block and get ahead on the scoreboard. The first goal was a familiar play. You started on the side, cut in, broke through, and scored. I'd like you to talk about the importance of this skill, which has become more and more refined at Flamengo, which is set pieces, and I think Rodrigo plays a big role in that.
In both the Libertadores final and today, working hard got you to the final again.
Well, we really have little time to actually train, and thank God we have a lot of chemistry. I've played with Rodrigo for a long time, and now I have the privilege of having him as that assistant for set pieces. And we have a lot of chemistry, we end up exchanging ideas, and sometimes, actually many times, we get it right there where we can have a certain advantage. The way I attack the ball in these set pieces, Arrascaeta does too, and all the kickers, Luis Sutter, who also knows Carrascal as well. We always try to exchange information to make it easier so that I know where the ball is going to land and where they need to place the ball. Of course, it doesn't always turn out the way we would like, but it's been working really well and we're doing great. I just have to thank Arrascaeta for the assists he's given me this year and Rodrigo, who tries to make this job a little easier. Both set pieces today, both goals were plays that we talked about before, and everything was planned and mapped out before the game, and it worked.
Are there any kicks for Arrascaeta there?
I think we're going to have kicks for him.
He's rich.
The guy who owes me is rich now.
Deliver the meat to him, not as a gift, but to support the World Cup and everything.
Bro, I went there, the guy's reaction, oh, really? It's worth the experience. It's worth the experience. He deserves it. He deserves it. Thank you very much.
You flew again today, right? Danilo, I want you to talk about the importance of Rodrigo Caio on Felipe Luis's coaching staff to help you guys with set pieces.
A key match against a defensive team with both you and Leo scoring as defenders by getting past your markers.
I also wanted you to talk about the song the fans made for you in the Libertadores final. Thank you.
The importance
In relation to
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo really gives us important and crucial information to understand some areas of the field where we can take some advantage and coordinate some movements. EDSON, clearly important as well. As I said before, the level of our kickers' shots also improved a lot during this season. That really makes our job a lot easier. Then it's about getting into the box with ambition and with real drive so that you can, in a way, be decisive. Like we were today, thank God. I'm very satisfied with the music. For me, as I said, I am enjoying every moment I have the opportunity to be on the field to live these experiences with Flamengo. And I really just have to thank the fans for the affection they've shown me during my stay.
Danilo, this is Simon Leto from Colombia, from Flamengo. You ended up scoring the goal that won the Libertadores title. We spoke with Leo Ortiz afterward. He understood Felipe Luis's decision, but still felt bad about missing it. In the last game, Leo Ortiz played. Today you played and scored Leo Pereira. How's the competition for two spots with three defenders performing well and scoring?
The other day, Ortiz almost scored a goal. The guy cleared it off the line with his shoulder. His goal, I believe, is only a benefit for Flamengo. They're high-level players. Both of them are a bit younger than me and have great energy, and they still have a much longer path ahead of them in football than I do. We've been helping each other, each in our own way. And as I said, an important contribution to Flamengo's football and to this group that can still grow a lot.
Danilo here, Monique Danielo, TNT Sports. Before today's match, it was hard for us to talk about Paris because we didn't know if Flamengo would be in this final. Now it's this week.
Luis Enrique, before the Champions game, told us that he preferred to face the pyramid if he could choose the one Flamengo left.
What he saw from Flamengo in the Club World Cup made him prefer to choose a team he doesn't even know. I wanted you to talk about how you received this statement as a form of respect. Maybe add some pressure on our side too. What did you think? Thanks.
I see it as a respectful way to acknowledge Flamengo's quality. Obviously, Luis Enrique is one of the best coaches in the world and has an extremely successful career. And I believe it's a great honor for us to receive this kind of praise and recognition for everything we've been doing. And obviously, it's going to be a beautiful match, a game that will be extremely difficult for us against one of the best teams in the world right now. And we hope to prepare for the match in the best way possible and experience another great night.
DANILO Richard from Television Globo. Congrats on qualifying after so many years here. On the other hand, if you could talk a little about the real dimension of this challenge for Flamengo, right? A top team, a Champions League winner. How big is the mountain?
It's high. It's a tall mountain, for sure. There's still a difference in the intensity of South American games compared to European football, obviously, at the World Cup. We proved it along with other Brazilian clubs. They also showed during the competition that we have enough tools to be able, in a way, to match up with that style of play. But as Felipe says, the best are in Europe. The intensity, the way soccer is played there is still the best. So they're the favorites for this competition. They have an extremely strong team, very well trained, young players who are powerful and fast. As I said, we'll prepare as best we can. I expect a beautiful night and a great game to play and experience. And when you step out there, whether you're European or South American, nobody wants to lose.
Danilo Bruno Marinho from Bola, very important person, notes that Paris Saint-Germain is unique because essentially it is owned by Qatar. Where will you play the final? Do you think this location will make the match different? How do you view this unique aspect? I think there.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.